position, heal things up, and the fight will go very poorly for Cloud9.
Alright, well, game is underway here. We're going to go ahead and hop inside of it. Game number 2 between Evil Geniuses and Cloud9. Can they get themselves on the board? Or will EG take this series right now, bringing it up to 2-0? Sounds like we might have some EG fans in the house.
Yeah, on the side of EG, Arteezy will be playing your safe playing Storm. Got the recipe for that Soul Ring. PBD is going to be running support Witch Doctor. In the mid lane, it's going to be Fair Puck, something that he has played quite a bit. Top, it's going to be Zai on the support Naga, and last but not least, Universe playing the Outer Titan.
Alright, on the side of Cloud9, pieliedie playing the Lion here. Right above him is going to be EternaLEnvy playing on the Spectre. Nearby is going to be Aoi2000 on that Zeus towards middle lane. We got FATA playing the Brewmaster, and last but not least, Bone7 on the Legion Commander.
Very, very standard lanes. The big question is, where will the Lion go? Where will the Zeus go? They are rotating about here and there, maybe just trying to secure a couple of runes. 2 wards being dropped on the top, and I can't really tell who got the first. I think the Radiant ward was dropped just slightly longer. So
pretty much at the same time though, so they might have seen each other when they dropped it.
Yeah. You could check the time by clicking on the...
Yeah, it was the 3-second earlier ward coming out from EG.
Yeah, they're pinging it out right now.
Max Rune to start things off here for pieliedie, finding the Invis.
And the thing is, with the boots on the line, you gotta have to just play defensive in almost two of the 3 lanes, right? Like, he could just walk top now, even.
Yeah, he could be anywhere. I mean, mid is gonna have to play a little bit more defensive as well. You do not want to get hexed and clapped. Very dangerous for a Puck. So just by being in this and the enemy knowing, look at Puck.
Yeah.
Not at all pressuring FATA this time.
At least not yet.
Yeah, you have to play differently.
And FATA could just like aggressively walk up, right? Just to pretend that there is a line here. But
it's the mind games and the next level mind games.
Meanwhile, on the bottom lane here, same thing. The EG range heroes not really zoning Bone7 out, giving respect to where that line can be.
Yeah, they will find out very soon as he is running around here. Little ping comes out from PPD as he saw him. He has been spotted out. So right now, mid lane is going to be pretty much a wash once again. It's not the most exciting lane, Puck against Brewmaster. Brewmaster coming out a little bit ahead right now in CS, but that was, as I said, Puck playing careful against the Invis. Top lane though, more things going down here as the fish is aggressive.
AI2000 try to go for the pull with the arc lightning, but a very good zoning from the Naga.
That's some crazy here.
Don't worry, we'll get some exciting Dota here, and I imagine we'll get some amazing shares as well. Look at Zai, he's just in the grill of Naga.
He's just chopping away, man.
Yeah,
I mean, this is a pooled Spectre, though, I think, so... Oh, no, it actually isn't pooled.
Yeah,
he actually bought his 4-mans after the fact, so...
Yeah, one of the benefits of being safe lane or side lane instead of being mid.
Yeah, you can buy the 4-man shield, 2 slippers right away as soon as you get the CS for it.
Yeah, you can buy the entire thing there as well if you don't buy any of the components. So, very nice thing. Runes being checked by both, but denied by Witch Doctor there on bottom. I didn't even have time to see what it was before PPD killed it. Yep. No mercy.
Looks like we have a little bit of warding, rewarding the pull camp there on the top, so none of that AoE pulling stuff. And like you said, Zeus is a hero that needs quite a bit of level.
I'm not sure about the way that C9 are laning it. I would pretty much rather see the Zeus go aggressive with Legion than Lion. But I guess they really want to get more levels on Zeus, as you say.
I think having the Lion on the bottom lane gives them a little bit more kill potential against the Storm, if the Storm stays around with too low. But I do agree with you in terms of, well, maybe not. Zeus having a ton of trouble on the top lane. He's getting bashed down. The slow's going to come through, but not quickly enough. Envy. Not going to get...
It's the dynamic duo, Universe and Zai. I don't know how many times I've seen these two guys get first blood from their offlane together.
I mean, this just shows the weakness of a Zeus support, right? You don't have any escape. You don't have any control. Middle lane, though, they might be able to find Fear. Stun, following up that Hex. He does have a phase shift, though.
Ooh, and bottling through the phase. Nicely done.
Yep. But, I mean, Zeus, as a support, is pretty much all damage. You want to use him as a hero to zone out by just spamming Arc Lightning and things like that. If you ever get into an engagement, you're probably not going to do that well, as just shown. by EG.
Yeah, I mean, the Naga just doesn't care if you arc her. She's going to just walk at you. And she's walking at a lot of people with the boots now.
Yeah, Sai having a fun time playing the support Naga. It's a very fun thing to play because you're so tanky, you're so fast, you have a disable, you have some minus armor, you can just click people. I'm surprised it actually faded out of fashion, the support Naga.
Maybe he'll go back into fashion. Zai is playing it rather well here.
Yeah, well, she did receive some nerfs to her AoE and other things on in general, so.
Yeah, I think it was absolutely important to block that pull count because Cloud9 could just play it passively, abuse, get some experience. But now they're kind of forced to go in the lane against the Outer Titan that's really fast, hitting really hard, and the minus armor just synergized so well with the top lane physical damage output.
It really does, yeah. And bottom lane is going pretty well for EG as well. I mean, you do have high farm on Bone 7 though. He's 22 CS.
He's actually leading.
Yeah.
Yes. 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the game.
I feel like this is going to be yet another game where Cloud9 loses the early game. Their lanes are just not designed for that. But like you said before this game happened, Cloud9's playing for the mid game, right? So,
well, they do have high farm on their 3 cores, but so do EG. It's pretty even, to be honest. And the difference is probably going to be the support, so they're going to go aggressive here, going to back off in the end. But definitely the amount of pressure they apply on top lane is really, really high. And I'm impressed that Envy has so high CS, actually.
Yeah, he's going to go back to base and lose a ton of that CS time. And, well, Ali's going to be here to collect some of those. Hard to actually dive a Zeus if he constantly shoves out the lane with Arc Lightning.
Yeah, you're going to dive without creeps, and it's not the most favorable thing. Especially as Spectre could TP back in again.
Yeah.
But one thing that C9 really have going for him, though, is the fact that Bone 7 is getting so much experience and farm, I suppose, on bottom.
Yeah, he's actually going to hit level 6 before Arteezy, which is definitely a good thing.
Are you guys concerned at all that fact that the way that pieliedie is playing right now? Because he's just constantly...
Oh, they're going to try? I think Fear knows. Why would he dive behind tower?
He's orbing, he's used his orb, he has to go forward, and he will, but that's fine.
Trying to be aggressive, but such a hard hero to ever catch.
I mean, FATA knows no fear right now. He's just, I'm going to go in behind the tower. I don't care.
I remember a pretty legendary game in Phase 2 where FATA played Brewmaster.
Oh, yeah.
And had some 25,000 net worth, being the top farmer.
That's where the FATA face came from. The rage, no buyback, no BOT gold.
FATA face, no space.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
All right, Bone 7 caught out here. Coil used. They should be able to get this kill quite easily. 4 members of EG all coming down bottom to make sure they get that kill, and Arteezy is the one who scares it.
Not only that, they baited out 2 TP from Cloud9, so, or at least 1 from FATA. I'm not sure if the Lion was just already there, but yeah.
Either way, rotation's being forced here. Gives some more time for Spectre to farm on top lane, but that's a very, very dangerous ET. He is bullying her quite a bit.
I wonder if once Envy has his pawn up, that's when Cloud9 starts to look for a couple of picks.
Do you think that he skilled his ulti just because they have Naga Siren in his team? Because that's a very early ulti skill on ET. Most players will just skip that.
Yeah, having level 2 in snare as well. Like, it lines it up perfectly. There's 3 seconds on the net. So I think it is definitely because of the Naga.
Oh, here comes the snare on the top lane. Here's the clap. The ult's gonna go through. Actually, the Riptide and the Aura.
Jeez.
Look at the damage.
Don't even need to ult. Wow, making it look easy, bringing down the enemy hard carry here is EG.
I mean, we kind of expected the Spectre to get bullied, though, right? I mean, this is a hero who is not necessarily known for her early game lane presence by any stretch.
Yeah, but this is going to be a very, very fast duel sector over on the Elder Titan.
I mean, like, Cloud9's just playing it very greedy, right? They're having supports that don't necessarily give them the lane dominance. They have supports that give you the strong mid game, the Zeus, the Lion. So it is expected that Cloud9 will have this trouble. The question is, can they recover and will they recover?
I think there's a way that they can come back into the game, and I think it's kind of going to be on the back of Bone 7, really, and FATA. As usually, that's how it comes down to when you're playing on Cloud9.
Yeah.
FATA and Bone 7, please, bail us out. And they seem to perform pretty frequently, so walking up into 2 here. He's only level 4. There's also going to be a teleport coming in. That's going to be Bone 7. They should be able to get at least 1 kill. Universe maybe looking for a stomp here, but decided to just hoof it. All right, they're not going to kill him.
Nice dodge. The clap is going to be
Oh, no way.
What a player.
Jesus. He does get out. Nice bailout by Universe as well. They're bringing up the puck as well. Can they find something here? Maybe just try and pieliedie, but Spectre's around. Man, can't believe you got away with that. The magic stick.
I was like, there's no way he's getting out, and then suddenly, Universe.
Do you think Envy should just have continued there? Because he gave up early, probably thinking he was dead. If he chased after, do you think he could actually have killed him?
It would have been close. And I don't know if EG would have, like, TP'd or anything like that, so... I guess if they committed too hard, they might have forced, like, Arteezy or somebody else to be up there. And I guess Fear would have been in the area as well, so they would have ended up trading.
Yeah. Either way, very nice play by Zai. So, this game, Storm is heading into jungle, freeing up the lane for Witch Doctor. This is a pretty... I keep mentioning this, how he free up the lanes, but this is a trend that started not too long ago, freeing up lanes for your supports this much.
Yeah.
Because it's really standard now. You always have someone farming safe lane and switching. There's very rarely a case where you have one guy farming safe lane and keep him there farming to get strong, right? That's not the goal.
Well, it's all about the map efficiency, right?
Yeah, it's more
like,
efficient.
If you have somebody who can farm the jungle and somebody else who can't, then the person who can't should go to the lane. Like, that's kind of how it works, so... At least nowadays.
Also feeds up your supports a little bit.
Alright, here comes the Earth Splitter. The Ensnare's there as well. Envy gonna get pulled back in there. Riptide and the Stomp to follow it up. He's quite low.
Even without killing, that's fine. Like, that's so much damage.
Anymore.
Yeah, he has to back. So the damage is pretty much dealt. Obviously a kill would have been better, but they can just casually throw this out. That was so low commitment. So it's perfectly fine for EG.
We're in a Destiny here, bottom lane.
Yeah, nice protect on that rune. I think he was smoked there. The Legion was trying to run there.
Top lane, they're making yet another go on Aoi. The TPs are coming in right now. And they'll back off pieliedie though. Can he actually get off a Hex? He's so slow, but he does have the Tranquil Boots. And
I mean,
no mana for Impale.
Mana.
Yeah, here comes FATA. If he, Fear is here as well. He sees Aoi, and Aoi is probably dead. The TP out not quick enough.
I mean, that was a double damage puck.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they knew that he had a double damage, and they still committed pretty heavily to chasing that, which I think is a little bit reckless if you're Cloud9.
Yeah, still though, 4-0 here. C9 still not even on the board, and EG, as always, showing their amazing laning stage.
Yeah, despite the good start that Bone 7 had, he has really faltered off. Where has he been? He's been somewhat jungling. He's kind of getting a creep kill here and there, but without Blink, he's actually just the most immobile hero. Really useless.
Yeah, I would happily see him go Blink before Power Treads, to be honest. Because Power Treads slow down your Blink Dagger so much. Sure, it's pretty good for farming, makes you quite a lot stronger, but he's not helping his team at all yet. It does slow down his timing.
I mean, I guess it's like same thing as saying Centaur maybe could skip the Tranquil. Well, top lane, Envy.
He's so dead.
Jeez, the support rotations.
I just love the synergy behind EG's lineup. It's like you have the Ensnare into the Stomp and the Earth Splitter, Ensnare, and just having a Witch Doctor ward be dropped as well. We're going to see a ball away here from Arteezy, dodging the 3-man gank of Cloud9. But there's just so many abilities that sync up very well together that can net you kills, and it doesn't have to be like a huge 4-man commitment. It can be just 2 heroes, or 3 in this case.
As you say, it's not a big commitment, and they very rarely put themselves at high risk as well. EG just seem to play around C9 very well in this game, and abuse the poor Spectre.
I mean, Cloud9 was in this exact position last game. The only difference is they were able to find a ton of ganks on the backs of a Puck as well as a Centaur. So these ganks are not really lining up for Cloud9 right now. They need the Blink Dagger, they need it quick, and they need the ganks.
You know, I'm not a massive fan of Spectre in a game where you don't want to protect. Like, you're not doing tri-lane anyway. You're picking Lion and Zeus, as you said, greedy supports who are not that strong in the early game. Spectre does need complete free farm.
Yeah. At least a traditional core carrying Spectre does.
Yeah, because
I think he's being played more as a ganker this game.
Yeah, in a way, but he doesn't have the same function like for say, if you have Terrorblade and he falls behind in laning stage, you can always recover by just farming, but his one recovery right now is to find kills with his team. Oh, attempt bottom. Duel.
Gonna make it go. They are. No, the song! Arteezy makes it home. the saves, and I think they're going to make a go right now. The Raining Rift not coming out fair. He's going to go down here. No orb out. The Panda Brewmaster is splitting. The castle is bouncing left and right, and it's really doing a good job zoning them out. Who do they want? They're stunning about everybody. Arteezy will jump away. Still very high mana. I'm not even sure how does he have a regen rune or something? I think he might have.
I believe he did have one. They got 9-kill Bolt 7 here. Ooh, damage.
Look at the damage output here from the claps, though. The cast is bouncing so much.
Oh no, the briefcase.
Okay.
Universe, can you get the Ultra? All right, Zai takes it. It's still fine, though. Trading 2 for 4.
Yeah.
EG.
Massive commitment, and that's even with Fear messing up in that fight. Fear accidentally clicked his phase shift, and I was like, oh god, the song is ending, why am I still here?
I don't know. I think the biggest problem that Cloud9 are running into right now is the lack of damage that they actually have on their team. Like, the only person who does damage outside of FATA and his ulti is the Zeus. Like, Bone 7, he has a naked blink with no dual wins. So they're relying on maybe the spam nuke to be able to burst one hero very quickly, but they just shown, like, they can't even kill Arteezy fast enough.
Yeah, Coil's gonna come down on the top lane here. Envy just constantly being picked upon here. He is gonna go down because here comes Evil Geniuses.
Okay, another kill on the poor Spectre here. But as you said, the damage lacking on C9, a lot of it comes down to the greedy draft though.
Yeah.
Because both Zeus and Lion need level 6 before they really do that much. And they're just capitalizing on this.
Owie. I mean, I think he's dead.
I more than think he's dead. He is dead.
That's a pretty big overwhelming odds, but there's no tower for anybody to TP into, and that's it.
Yeah, 11 for 2 right now. EG just pulling ahead by miles and miles right now.
I think the comeback mechanic that C9 has is just ganks, right? Like, you just keep getting picks here and there, but what if EG just groups up and start taking towers at 4 or 5? What does the C9 lineup actually do?
I don't think they can do that much, and that's exactly what EG have been doing as well. They know the weakness of C9 right now is they cannot fight. Are they gonna go top as well? They're looking for
the picks are everywhere. Bone 7 is dead, Death Force committed, the cast being thrown out. Yeah, you just move us 4 or 5 and you're completely safe.
Also, EG are playing on the enemy side of the map right now because they know the enemy recently played in their jungle and probably have some vision down there. So going in to C9's jungle, taking the aggression there, there's pretty high chances there's no vision.
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking that this could be the Cloud9 strat, right? They did it against DP, go down 2 games, then just win 3 in a row.
That's the strat?
That's the strat.
Okay.
It worked for him once.
Yeah?
Because right now, I'll be honest, the Spectre has 39 CS at 16 minutes. And he's died 4 times. Yep, Spirit's going to be coming out. He's dead.
Well, maybe not here inside. The split's going to come out. Close. The burst damage. Highlight die.
20
HP. He's actually survived, and they're going to keep on chasing.
You talk about getting on Fata's shoulders. He's coming in and just saving his team right now.
Yeah.
That's a kill on a mega kill streak ending for Universe. Double kill for Fata.
The burst damage is from the Zeus and the Panda, and they're both ganking aggressively with each other, and that's exactly what they need to do.
Yeah. Even more so, you know, Aoi has a lot of work to do than maybe Bone 7 in this game. Are they gonna try
playing here? Blink Duel is the thing, and it's gonna come in against Arteezy. They got the finger. The burst is there. Cloud9 gets 3 kills in quick succession.
Yeah, that gives them so much as well, because when you're behind, you get even more. Mid tower also being taken here. Sure, bottom is being pressured, but C9 in no worry. They could maybe even defend that. Nice execution all over the place here by C9.
Yeah, Cloud9 will thrive on chaos right now. They need to just make sure every time their spells are on cooldown, smokes are there, just go for ganks.
Yeah, but that was EG not going to 5.
FATA doesn't have to split, and he's going to break the coil. The Death Force is going to get the kill. He runs into the Death Force. Never mind, get out. The Sova is too hot, but there's a little bit of fears behind towers.
Yeah, getting 1 kill on Brewmaster there. EG, they want to take this bottom tower, starting to move more heroes down there, but they still look at Arteezy, wants to get ganks going as well.
He has perfect vision, like he knows what he's jumping into.
Oh yeah.
You can't say the same here for Cloud9.
Yeah, he knows that there's of course the Bone 7 behind, he saw him already.
So I think you just jump on Bone 7.
He can go on Envy, it's fine, I think. He has puck with him.
The first damage is enough. No, he's actually going to jump on Bone. Bone shows himself. The Zeus ult's going to scout a little bit more. Bone going to give the noble sacrifice.
Yeah. Legion does go down. At least Spectre's up to 1700 gold, but it's so far away from being relevant. 14
Yeah, he's
to
got to
5.
farm, what, like 4,000 gold almost?
Yep.
Just to be able to get one item. And then that's saying that you're still going to have around the same amount of survivability with just a Naked Radiance. And sure, that does kind of stop Blink Daggers. It can be very annoying in a team fight, but you're still a very easy target as well.
Will it surprise you if Zai finishes his Radiance before the Spectre? If he's going for Radiance, that is.
I don't even think he will, like, go for it.
Yeah,
He
he's actually
does
got
later.
drums.
He gets like drums first, and then he goes for the Radiance. But
Yeah.
I don't think he'll finish it before the Spectre, no way.
Yeah, he will go for drums. But look over to Elder Titan and how strong he is in this game. He actually will have 4-step now, as well as Yule Scepter. And we're only 19 minutes in. This comes from the Naga Siren Elder Titan offlane, working out so well for EG. Oh, he canceled mana burn.
Dropped it a little bit too early. You do have to maintain that mana burn for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Cloud9 looking for an opening. I don't think they have any smokes available. There is one left on pieliedie.
Oh.
And there's a finished Bloodstone on Storm.
Yeah, he went for Bloodstone first this game, by the way. So I think that's fine. There's only really the Brewmaster as a key target to silence.
And you already have the puck, so...
And even if you do silence Brewmaster, there's a chance that press the attack is used to remove the silence.
Yeah, I like having higher health so you don't die as much. I like the fact that you have better mana regen. Well, not better than Orchid, but good mana regen to just farm in the lanes, farm the jungle.
He could still go back. You know, go back into the Orchid bottom. Nice duel.
Yep. Quick kills, all the bursts. Even the Haunt coming in right now. That's going to give him T1. And I don't think EG want to fight over this.
Yeah. This is the weapon that C9 have. Like, finding someone with the duel, with the
Mid
Finger of
lane,
Death.
long jump coming in against Zeus. Trying to run away, but no Orchid, so Arteezy can't play too aggressively. Does force 2 TPs.
So we haven't really talked about it, but between the Spectre and the Zeus, we have 2 heroes who actually have global scouting. Do we think that maybe it's because they put those heroes in conjunction together that it's like maybe a bit easier in the mid game to take fights because you have 2 ultis that just can tell where the entire team is at any given point?
I don't think you ever really want to use the Spectre ulti unless she's very underfarmed. You don't really want to use it as scouting though, because then she becomes even more irrelevant.
Yeah, the Zeus ulti for scouting is much more common because it's only a minute and a half cooldown.
Yeah, definitely. Look at bottom though, the sneakiness. Sneaky snakiness.
I mean, at the same time, this particular lineup is very terrible at taking towers. So you can see that Cloud9, despite getting a couple kills, has not really capitalized on it.
They don't want to go here. There's an Elder Titan as well, but they don't really know it.
I mean, casual run by Dave. Oh no! They see pieliedie. He's just dead.
I think he just blew up. This guy's just standing there. Okay. What a stun, actually. That's everything, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Alright, so Arteezy, he's farming top here. He's got his Bloodstone. FATA comes in just doing some harassment. It's not going to be too much worse for wear.
Yeah, Zeus has his ulti online again. They do have Brewmaster ulti as well, and the Jewel is available. But right now it's about EG forcing different lanes to push in. C9 have to react to that and just defend.
I think they're actually waiting for the Finger of Death to cool down every time they make these ganks.
Yeah.
Because that bottom, where remember it was Storm that lived through it, I don't think they have Finger there. They really need as much burst damage as they possibly can to initiate these fights.
Yeah, they do have the Blade Mail though, that adds quite a bit. But as you said, you don't want to risk it.
And these smokes are running dry very quickly. Cloud9 is using them very aggressively, and you kind of have to in this situation. And they are connecting with them, but you are limited on them.
Spectre has caught up a lot in gold actually. She's being allowed to take some lanes here, always with the bottle as well. EternaLEnvy with his builds.
I mean,
works really well on Spec.
Yeah, you need the mana. She's very mana hungry, and you can now in theory just farm with your dagger a lot more aggressively.
Yeah, I mean Aquila is also fine, but bottle is cheaper, and I think it's a good item.
And there you go, that little bit of scouting. They see everybody running back from EG, so maybe EG was grouping up to smoke gank. Maybe they were expecting a smoke gank. But...
yeah, it's sometimes you just don't know what's going on. Where's the Storm? We haven't seen him in forever. It's just ulti, you know?
Yeah.
Get that intel.
So that's 3,800 on Envy, but he's not sending the courier to the secret shop. Oh, there you
I don't know. I still think that Cloud9, if they manage to get their hands on a Radiance, on the Spectre, the game changes for a little while, but do we actually think that ultra late game of Spectre is going to be able to carry this? I mean, I guess you do have Bone 7 as well in the LC and FATA's Brew, but we were kind of assuming that Brew is going to fall off pretty significantly.
I think they could, because of execution. They have so much burst damage they can throw out, so they could kill one hero really quickly and just take the fight from there. But that's assuming that they take some nice fight with Radiance when they have it as well.
And I'm not sure if Brew is going to fall off here. He's going to go for the Aura build, so Vlad's AC, definitely a big contribution of damage. And we remember that game where FATA transitioned to like a one-row carry. He got the Abyssal Blade. He was just going in, slapping people around. I don't think we can count FATA out just yet.
Yeah. I mean, we did mention it before. FATA is really, really dangerous on his Brewmaster.
And I guess we'll probably be going for the standard double aura. Just go for the AC, go for the Vlads.
Yep.
Just buff up your team a bit, especially when you're playing against Elder Titan. I think Waga talked about that earlier. It's just having the mass armor aura strat is really good when you're playing up against
I don't
PC.
see why you wouldn't. It's really good in this game. And all the time, Envy is farming in very safe spots right now. It's hard to punish because he's so close to his towers. So C9 are probably pretty happy, to be honest, even though EG have more control over the map. Both teams are kind of drawing even in the trades for the moment. It's more about what can you do when you complete your key items.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because if you just look at the farm comparison, it's still EG that's leading because they have a bigger portion of the map farmed.
Yeah.
And they have a more aggressive team that, if not punished, they farm in more areas of the map. And I think it's up to Cloud9 to, for example, get another smoke gank, get another punish.
Yeah, definitely. So, looking at what they're trying to do here, of course, it is going to be an Orchid build on the Storm as well. Going for all that mana regen also gives you a very nice int. So your right clicks become pretty impressive with the Oblivion Staff's contribution in attack speed as well.
Something very basic about Storm, and I guess I'll mention it for those of you guys that don't know, it's Orchid gives you a ton of mana regen, but does not give you, by comparison, that much intelligence. And his mana, the way the ball lightning works is that it drains a percentage of his mana. So you actually want a lower mana pool, but really, really high regen.
Actually, it's still a flat amount plus a percentage.
Well, the flat is very low, right? The 106.
Yeah, but it actually does make a huge difference, like having a bigger mana pool. You go way farther with the ball.
That's true. And that's why you also pick up things like hexes afterwards, the Lincolns. You just want as much in as possible at the late.
Yeah.
But Orchid, very, very effective as an early game mana regen item.
Yeah, I mean, just the combination of the two, Bloodstone and Orchid together, work really well. Then you can go for anything from there. We see C9 take a little bit more of a passive approach as EG go closer to force them around. They have some vision, scouted out the Elder Titan as he ran across the top room. But at the same time, they're also finding farm in the enemy jungle. Brewmaster always staying on top of things.
Yeah, and now they have to haunt with Radiant, so they just need to find a good opportunity. But EG has been extremely disciplined. You know, EG is, it's not like C9 is not looking for these ganks.
I think they're feeling the smoke gang. Like, they're very scared of a duel right now. Look at how EG are moving. It seems that they are ready for this, and it is indeed the entire C9 grouping up. They see them with their ward on bottom as well.
Also, Envy has stood at the top T3 tower for like the past 30 seconds. He's like, yep, I'm just gonna farm near my tower and nowhere else.
Yeah. Look at entire EG. They saw the movement there from C9 from the ward. He's taking it easy.
I mean, to be honest, the slower the game goes, for now at least, I think the Cloud9 are going to reap some benefit of that, because they really want Envy to at least get one more item, like maybe Mata, maybe Heart. I think Heart is probably the best choice in this case, if you want to just solely be able to absorb damage and let your Dispersion deal some damage and a Radiance burn as well. Plus it makes your illusions during the haunt a little bit stronger.
Yeah, assuming you ever want to go into a team fight, you probably need a Heart at least to survive.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough for sure.
Zai's almost a relic gold.
Yeah, Zai getting very close. He's sitting there and looking at, you know, he's trying to haggle right now. He's like, come on, man. Just 5 gold off.
No, you could just wait 3-4 more seconds. All
The
right.
shopkeeper is way too stern.
He is.
If I could have haggled, there would have been many games of Dota I think I could have won if I had bought an item a little bit sooner, you know?
That 650 bottle, yo.
Yeah, no kidding.
What happened to the price, man? It used to be 600.
Alright, so when Zai actually gets his Radiance, I think this game is going to get a little bit weird because both teams are going to have a Radiance carrier. And obviously, I think that Zai is going to be a bit better at pushing out the lanes because of the fact that he can abuse things like Mirror Image all the time.
Yeah, but
whereas
Spectre is more dangerous in the team fights with her Deathlet and just ulting, allowing all the heroes to get targeted by the haunts.
I mean, let's just say there's not many games of Dota, at least at this level, where you see a Radiance on 2 different teams.
No. It's very rare, to be honest. But as you said, with Naga farming a little bit faster, there's a lot of pressure on C9 that they need to get a lot out of more heroes than just the Spectre.
Yeah.
They need Bone 7 ideally to get some carry potential, and FATA, of course, to be relevant throughout the rest of the game as well.
I don't think LC has done what it should have done this game, or draft to do, because if you look at his dual damage, he's got 20.
Yeah.
So I think FATA in particular has to pick up the slack, and he's got the BKB. So the Orchid, the silence would not be an effective way to lock him down.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen an LC do well. Like, every single game that I've seen in LC, I don't know if it's just the way that teams are picking around him or how they're playing it, but very rarely do we see an LC actually have a really big impact. The last one that we saw, I think, was Sakoi on VP when they were playing that matchup against VP Polar, and they still didn't win that game.
I think Koikwa has had some games where he played well on LC, but other than that, I haven't seen it be that impressive.
I think when Koikwa play well on LC, he doesn't go for this Blink Blaymail build. He goes for the very farming intensive build. Sure, he'll get the Blink for the pickoff, but it's an immediate Maelstrom, it's a Mjolnir, it's an AC to follow up.
Yeah.
So he transitioned more of a late game core. Instead of finding these fights, he'll knock on your towers, he'll knock on your front racks, and then you have to take the fight there.
To be fair though, I want to point out that LC has had an impact as well in just how EG are playing.
Yeah.
They are respecting the Jewel, they are respecting the Finger of Death, and they're not pressuring as hard as they could have been. You know, they're not split pushing that much. EG, while they have control over the entire map, they're not using it completely as they would
The
if there
thing
was
is,
nothing to
do
do.
they have to pressure though? Zai eventually is going to get very scary. In fact, the Radiance recipe is flying out right now. And sure, you could make the argument that, Naga will take his teammates' farm, but Zai has been farming in the enemy jungle for the past, I want to say 10, 15 minutes. It's very slow farm, but he's not taking his allies' farm.
Yeah.
And as a result, Fair has a ton of items, Storm has a ton of items, and these items will persist into the late game. I think we might see Zai transitioning into the 1 row now.
Yeah, well, definitely. That's the goal when he builds into this, so we'll see. But, you know, that first feeling when you first send out the Radiance as a Naga, do your first split and just farm a little with it.
There's nothing quite like it.
Yeah, all his hard work for this moment.
Huh. This is a very interesting play here coming out from FATA. A little bit of D-Ward coming out from AI.
Yeah. I mean, if nothing else is going down, right?
Yeah.
You might as well.
I like the way that the Cloud9 is trying to sneak this.
It's very, very secret, very hidden. So pressuring on other sides. And it doesn't seem that EG have any clue what's really going on here.
They might have one eventually, but it could be too late as well.
Yeah, they're sending the spirits trying to check right now.
Oh, they know, they know.
Illusions did see it. They got the scout fairly early. They do know at a reasonable time.
FATA's still working on it. He's bringing it low. He's not losing any health, but...
Everyone is coming here, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you want to do it against a Song, so...
Oh, that's so tough. Because now you brought him low, but not... You didn't kill him. And EG
I think this is where having Spectre is great, right? Spectre could just walk top, keep pushing out the tower, and you can fight around the Roshan pit with Spectre haunting in, so...
I don't know, man. Against Song, it seems so risky.
That's true.
You can't obviously commit to going for Roshan because he'll just Song and then he'll take it.
No. I don't think C9 should go for the Rosh, but right now EG is forced to stay near the Rosh as well.
Yeah.
And you just hold 4 here, and then EG has to hold 5 there.
EG also have a very hard time killing Roshan quickly. I mean, their deeps are not impressive, right?
Yeah.
You have Arteezy with his right click. Okay, it's okay, but C9 can just sit around here pretty
They're
happily.
being out though. Zeus ult's gonna check at the Rosh HP. It's pretty much at the same level where they left it at.
Well, that allows PPD to heal up though, so a lot of damage not being available in this fight. Maybe they just take a Roshan for free now.
Are they? Is Zenby gonna haunt in? That's the question. Dropping very fast.
Team's way too
They
far
could
away.
song just now and kill it.
They will.
Better safe than sorry.
No reason not to song when you're killing Roshan, to be honest. Like in a scenario like this, just use it.
I think that play where they started to blink in going for the Roche, it was really good, except they couldn't push out the waves. If the waves were at the enemy tier 2s, then I think it would have been...
I think you needed to sell it even better. Like have Bone 7 on a lane and Envy on a lane. Because when Bone 7 and the Brewmaster are missing and you never see them on lanes, it gets a little bit awkward, you know? And that might have been why they scouted it. Who knows, maybe they would have scouted it anyway, but...
Yeah, I mean, just easy to send an illusion from Naga in there.
At least when the enemy is like pressuring 2 different lanes, you don't expect them to be killing Roshan. If it's just Spectre on one lane, well, maybe EG are experienced enough to catch up on it. The mech in this game on Elder Titan, by the way, is a very good item pick. Against Zeus, against Spectre, you really protect against so much AoE damage and just heal it up again.
Was that a scouting haunt?
Yep.
It was.
Told you, man. Double scout. Got Zeus ulti, got haunt.
It's good to know. Fear on the top lane, and the duel's gonna come out here. We were waiting for this for a long time. In fact, he drops the gem. That's a huge win for Cloud9. Never mind the plus damage.
And they're gonna lose pieliedie and trade here, though. Middle lane, Arteezy picks him up with the Orchid.
pieliedie doesn't mind, man. It's fine. Bone 7 got the space.
Space created.
Well, they might lose the tier 2 for this. Without Haunt, I don't think Cloud9 is in a position to defend.
No, and Arteezy is showing that as well. No Jewel, no Haunts, I don't fear you.
Yeah, he's got a DD in his bottle, too.
Yeah. He's very happy Storm. Also got his first Bloodstone charge there. But with how defensive these games are, the Bloodstone is not paying dividends yet. But I think it could.
We might get one more here.
He hasn't seen him though.
Yeah, Storm is just zipping very aggressively. Remnant granting flying vision.
It's gonna be a TP out.
Yep.
AoE, it's just fine.
So, at what point does C9 pick up item and change the pace of the game? Or are they just forever in the deficit now?
I think it's the heart for Spectre. Like,
And the AC.
if you don't have that item for survivability, you have 1100 HP on a Spectre. That is not going to last very long against what
it
EG
should be
has.
like 1300, 1200. The AC, or sorry, the Mansa's completed. There you go.
It's not that he doesn't do damage, just that he can't live. That's the real issue. He has 0 armor right now because he has nothing but agility. So if he walks into Elder Titan, he's gonna get smashed by Riptide punches with a staple gun, and not to mention you have Death Ward as well, which is gonna be Ag soon, by the way, because PPD is only about 1 creep away from that.
I would say that he's actually not doing enough damage, because I think the traditional Spectre does very well against low-level supports and low-health supports. Do we have any of those in EG? They're like, what, 1700 health,
I think he still pretty
health?
much decimates PPD or Universe if he's like able to stick on them.
If he gets every hit as Desolates and the Manta styles on them, definitely. But
Yeah, but it doesn't have that impact that he clicks his ulti and he almost kills someone.
right.
Oh, top. Aggressive dive here.
That's gonna force out BKB at the very least.
Wow.
Never mind, he just kills him with the double damage.
Massive pickup there. Really big kill.
Yeah, spyback.
Who's teleporting in? Oh my god.
Alright, it's Envy. He decided to cancel. Alright.
He has Haunt to get back, but
Yeah.
what about the rest of the team? The tier 3 is being
Why
sieged.
is FATA not flying back?
There is...
He has to use it.
What's going on here? Gotta
He's
buy out
still
right
not
now.
flying back.
Oh god, they're giving away the racks?
For free.
That is very cheap. EG getting so much. I guess
All
they
right.
feared that they could not take a fight at
Yeah.
all.
Maybe they thought that if FATA bought back there and they lose the fight, that's it.
Yeah, but that's still so much damage. And I mean, 30 seconds on his death still. They're going for some damage on the mid lane.
Gotta win the fight big. Arteezy gets stole. The song comes out and Arteezy survives.
Oh.
The Radiance Burst not gonna be enough. Arteezy do a little bit of walk. He walks back into PPD. The song. Something that we talked about in the draft. You just have to focus the Naga.
Alright, well, they even popped a smoke for this to try to keep him alive through the illusions. Envy has actually gone in here. He has Manta in 1 second. But Arteezy does not want to give up his Aegis right now.
Dear God, that was sad to watch. That Storm just standing there. Radiant's not doing enough. I mean, this is such a massive win because he already has Hex on Storm. He can buy it now. He has 4,000 gold. He bought the ultimate orb, sending it away, and that is complete Hex. Alright,
well,
big swing.
Life just got hard. As if it wasn't already hard enough as Cloud9 in this game. He just gets rid of his TP, right?
Yo, man, it's the C9 strat. Lumi was onto it.
What's the C9 strat?
lose 2 games.
Oh,
No, that's what I
Andy.
said.
Yeah, that's Andy.
Okay. If it
I
goes
was
back.
saying C9's gonna win 2 now in a row, but
Okay.
it doesn't look like it.
All right, Aegis down, by the way, so Arteezy now has room for his Hex. And I don't know, really, like...
Actually, would it have been more dangerous for C9 if they killed the Storm in that duel? And then Arteezy responds with full health, full mana, and...
I think they still run, actually, if that happens.
EG would back out, I think. Because EG are disciplined. They will not take fights where they know they can lose so much. Like throw away an entire game in one fight.
Link duel is available!
Oh! Close.
I think he actually used it.
He dodged his Zeus ulti as well.
Oh! Forced out BKB. FATA gonna pour it out. No, the Hex! FATA gets caught!
Oh no, he's gonna go down here.
Yep.
He dies so quick. He looks like a support.
That's a 2,000 HP Brewmaster, by the way, and he dies insanely fast.
Yeah, no
and this
buyback
time he
now.
does not have buyout.
I think this is punishment time here for C9.
I don't think Cloud9's team fight is nearly as good as Game 1. So, nor do they have a similar level of initiation. I'm not sure how they're gonna take this fight.
Alright, so just as something to point out before this fight happens or before the push continues is Zai has higher net worth than Envy.
Yeah. I mean, he's
Alright, here
farmed
comes the
really
duel.
effectively.
It's gonna go on PPD, but the same result, man. The song's gonna come out here. Storm is gonna zip on Envy. Envy's dead. He does have buyback con, and he's gonna use it right here. Death Ward's gonna come out, and it's bouncing. It's bouncing on everything. I mean, Envy bought back, but it's dying as quickly as he just came back. That's game.
Yeah, that is game right there. Nothing really to do. No buyback on anyone on the side of C9. CG 22-8 is the score right now. C9 still not tapping out, but they're losing mid-rack.
Well, they haven't GG just yet. They do have a tier 2 in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
But I think it's fair to say that they even... Oh, man. I don't know. What do you do if you're Cloud9?
I mean, Zai is just farming here in their base still. He doesn't care.
He's got 4,000 more net worth than Envy does.
Yeah, man. Zai, what a player.
I mean, of course, it's a transition into a 1 role, so it's obvious that he would have farm, but it just... The Spectre, for me, I didn't like it from the start, just because of how easy it is to punish the hero. And I think that EG have done an amazing job at doing just that.
I just don't think it synergizes that well with the Lion Zeus. Like, you need real babysitting heroes. You need Skywrath, you need to secure a complete free farm and have that really early, maybe even Vanguard face boots into a Radiance. In this game, it was a struggle all along, and they died a lot on top lane to Universe and Zai.
Yeah, I think whatever the result of this game is, like, if C9 makes a miraculous comeback, great, but if not, C9 needs to go into Game 3 and say, we need supports that don't automatically concede the lane.
Yeah.
Zeus, strong mid-game, great, but it doesn't matter when you go into the mid-game with a 5k deficit.
They're also going in for the double Lincolns once again. Luxury items for Puck and Storm. And here we see one desperate move.
I mean, EG knows,
Yeah.
right?
They have a ward in their base. It didn't reveal the smoke, but they also see that no one is showing, so...
There's no one defending the bottom tier 2.
Yeah,
Like, it's...
just look at EG's positioning. There's the... Okay. Okay.
Might work against another team, but EG is completely aware of this.
But it's also... Yeah, okay. Okay, 1-7.
Yeah, his team is also not behind him, so not a really well-coordinated gang. pieliedie is gonna come in, he dies very quickly. The Han's gonna be used here, but, I mean, this is a Spectre that doesn't do enough damage. Arteezy's pulling him around, GG's called. 2 game for Cloud9. For EG. For EG. 0-2 Cloud9.
Alright, so... Very similar right now to how Cloud9 were playing against VP. They gave up 2 games very quickly. Are they going to be able to do the same thing against EG and win 3 in a row? That's the question.
Nah, man. They will win 1 and then lose.
I think the difference is that against the VP, those 2 games, it wasn't even their game. They didn't even play well in those games. So they know they could play better. And